Stay informed, prepared, and connected. Here's what's happening now.
Showers and storms come to an end tonight, but conditions stay warm and muggy. But I'm tracking more rain chances as the week goes on. We'll talk timing.
And right now, a teen is in the hospital. What we're learning about the road rage incident that's center there. Then using social media to save lives. A closer look at the new program aimed at tracking down missing children before it's too late. Just minutes away.
Your 10 Tampa Bay forecast, sponsored by Baycare.
Live now on 10 Tampa Bay. Lawsuits on the line. One local city aiming to keep controversial rules about vacation rentals in place.
I'm a bit shocked, a little bit surprised.
In less than 3 minutes, why they're moving forward despite the backlash. Tonight, local communities calling for an end to massive development. Now one city is considering taking action. The proposal to temporarily halt new projects and how developers are responding. Plus, using social media to save lives.
Because they're going to help us get in front of that right audience.
The new program putting Amber Alerts on one popular app in hopes of finding missing children. 10 Tampa Bay is live right now. First tonight, the controversy over short-term rentals on Indian Rocks Beach heats up. And this is Nightside. I'm Dave Wagner. City commissioners explore the potential to scale back its rules after facing several lawsuits. But just hours ago, they decided to keep the ordinance as is, likely putting this battle back in court. 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio joins us live now from Indian Rocks Beach tonight. Miguel, this was at times a heated meeting.
Well, Dave, the majority of people who attended this meeting say it gets too loud and congested here. They blame those rentals. But after tonight's discussion, one rental owner who's actually already sued the city says he'll be ready to fight this in court. Now, some of the proposed changes looked into would have allowed more people to occupy a rental. Another proposal would have stripped the city the right to revoke a vacation license rental if there are violations found.
Yeah, Miguel, we should mention this controversy has been ongoing for more than a year now. There was a bill, though, that would have left this up to the state rather than the city.
Dave, this year, state lawmakers passed a bill that would have given the state more oversight. Now, this matters because this put the local battle here on hold, but it looks like this will head to court after all. Reporting live from Indian Rocks Beach, Miguel Octavio, 10 Tampa Bay.
Developing tonight, a 16-year-old girl is in the hospital after a road rage shooting in Riverview. This happened on South Falkenberg Road during the evening commute. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says two drivers got into an argument before one of them started shooting. Now, one of the bullets hit the 16-year-old passenger who was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The two drivers were not injured. Investigators are now looking into what led up to the shooting. Deputies tell us they are in contact with all the people involved. Tonight, train tracks in North Lakeland are clear after a deadly crash there. It happened on the tracks that run parallel to Kathleen Road between Deason and Spivey Roads. The Polk County Sheriff's Office up truck on the tracks. The driver of the truck was killed. The train was not hauling any cargo at the time. Tonight, deputies are investigating the moments leading up to that crash. Tonight, there's a new commission in St. Pete Beach, and it wasted no time making major changes, including firing the city attorney. Just hours ago, two new commissioners were sworn in, and as 10 Tampa Bay's Chris Hurst explains, there's now a new balance of power with a development moratorium on the horizon. Commissioners also discussed a new ordinance giving residents customary usage rights of private beaches after Reddington Beach won its federal lawsuit on the subject earlier this month. That will be debated more at a meeting in September. Development was also up for debate in Sarasota and Manatee counties today. And just hours ago, despite concern from neighbors, the Sarasota County Commission voted to approve a massive redevelopment project. This is the area set to be developed. The site is east of I-75, south of Clark Road. The 3H Ranch project includes more than 6,500 residential units, 120,000 square feet of office space, 250,000 square feet of commercial space, and more than 400 acres of green space. Right now, neighbors are concerned more development will increase flooding in the area. This after several major flood events within the last 2 months. Tonight, developers assured the community their plan meets state regulations for stormwater draining.
The stormwater system that will be designed here will be designed for the entire parcel, and the ability that that gives them to make sure that they can design it to a capacity and to a proficiency and to a detail that wouldn't be possible if there were several owners and several different developers.
Commissioners voted 4-1 to approve the project. There was a similar conversation in Manatee County today. This as neighbors seek answers after flooding has plagued their communities for nearly a month since Hurricane Debbie.
The problem is, as far as everything that we've seen, is a lot of the development that's going on, a lot of the runoff.
But tonight, county leaders say it's not so straightforward. They say the sheer volume of water from the storm is to blame, and there's no fix for more water than the land can handle. As for concerns about the dam, county leaders are working on an improved communication plan for downstream properties likely to face impacts when a release is necessary. Now let's get you in the know with 3 other local stories we're tracking tonight. First, arrest nearly 2 weeks after an attempted robbery and shooting at the Ellenton Outlet Mall. Marquise Kraft and Ronnie Wilson are behind bars tonight. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says they were the getaway drivers, dropping off 2 other men who went into the Gold Palace jewelry store. Deputies are still searching for those men tonight. This is surveillance video from inside that store. You can see 2 men wearing masks enter the store. Deputies say one of the men approached an employee and fired a shot before another employee shot back. The 2 ran off without taking anything from that store. Tonight, the accused getaway drivers face armed robbery charges. Deputies are asking anyone with information on the other 2 men to come forward. Extended once-a-week watering restrictions will now remain in place through the end of the year for Hillsborough, Pasco, and Pinellas counties. The Southwest Florida Water Management District voted to extend the restrictions as they try to refill the regional reservoir. It is the 4th extension of the ordinance since the water shortage order last November. Citrus, Hernando, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties will return to twice-a-week watering starting September 2nd. A reminder, neighbors in the city of Tampa can only water once a week permanently. This after council voted to make the regulations indefinite earlier this month. There are exceptions, though, for reclaimed water. More affordable housing is coming to St. Pete. Today, city leaders broke ground on a project that will offer 71 affordable housing units. Crews will transform the abandoned Edward White Hospital into 3 multi-story complexes. The goal is to give seniors an affordable place to live. Tenants will also have access to health care services right outside their door. This as Ivara Health is set to have a location in that complex.
We have to continue to build truly affordable workforce and affordable housing for the folks that make our community work and for those who want to retire and live their senior years out in our communities.
The campus will keep the Edward White name, honoring the first American astronaut to walk in space. The complex will also feature amenities like a dining hall, computer lab, and fitness center. Tonight, a new program helping to find missing children through the power of social media. Investigators taking their search to TikTok. In just 3 minutes, I'll look at how they're using the app to save lives.
And we're tracking more of those afternoon and evening thunderstorms as the week goes on, but some areas may see more rain than others. I'll walk you through it day by day.
10 Tampa Bay closed captioning is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. When it comes to keeping your family safe during hurricane season,
now's the time to take action.
Experience is all that matters. Our team has been tracking the tropics for years. The meteorologists at 10 Tampa Bay.
Mornings on 10 Tampa Bay will keep you informed. Streets are blocked off. Prepared.
We're going to help you get to work on time.
And connected.
We're going to continue to follow these storms. Watch 10 Tampa Bay starting at 4:30.
Tonight, a new pilot program in one state is bringing the search for missing children to TikTok. That program will now be put the face of the missing right on your phone in hopes of reaching more people who could help save a life. Tonight, Sydney Pershing shows us how it works. And you could eventually see this program in Florida as well. TikTok says it hopes to expand the program to other states. Now to a live look from Ascent St. Petersburg tonight. Pretty view out there. We had some heavy showers, though, this evening. Those have moved out of the area, but the heat Well, that's sticking around for us. And 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist Natalie Ferrari joins us right now. Natalie, more rain expected as we move through the week.
And Dave, some days are going to be heavier than others. You know, today it was actually a little more few and far between, with the exception of Pinellas County over the station. It was very, very heavy earlier this evening. But tomorrow, I think it's going to be a little bit more widespread up and down along the Gulf Coast. So brace yourself. The coverage will be a little more impressive for tomorrow afternoon. And that will come after some of the warmest parts of the day. That even happened out there today. We woke up near the middle 70s, which is normal for this time of year in the morning hours. But then we surpassed our afternoon high, making it to 95 degrees. It was 1 degree away from actually tying a record high temperature for this day in history, which was actually set last year in 2023. Right now, tonight, we're dealing with partly cloudy skies. They are gradually going to turn mostly clear overnight. So that will help us get into those 70s overnight. But right now in Tampa, it is 85 degrees. We're seeing the same temperature right now in St. Pete. So this is a very warm and humid setup that we have out there tonight. Winds gradually calming down 5 to 10 miles per hour at most, but continuing that persistent east flow. So that is what's allowing those showers and storms to develop along the eastern parts of the state and then shift our direction as the day goes on. But for tonight, those showers and storms have come to an end. All that energy has already moved well off towards the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to be staying rain free through the overnight hours. That combined with our decrease in that cloud coverage will help those overnight lows to fall into the 70s, mid to upper 70s. By the time you step out tomorrow morning, I think around St. Pete, it's going to be a little warmer, close to near 80 degrees to kick things off. And it will be a very dry morning after lunchtime. I'm thinking as early as 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll start to see some showers and storms bubble up, and that will become a little bit more better in coverage by the late afternoon hours. And that's even getting picked up on our marine forecast for your boaters. We are going to be talking about a moderate chop out on the bay for the first half of the day. Yeah, winds come down by the afternoon, but that will be around the same time that we get this band of rain and storms to sweep on through. So we do be mindful of that for our boating conditions. You'll see all those showers again tonight already moved off well to the Gulf of Mexico. Tonight, we're keeping things mostly clear through tomorrow morning in those mid to upper 70s. Here we go. We're going to have to bubble up some of those showers and storms. Some could form even along the coastline as we get that sea breeze going around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But the bulk of the energy will still be off in the eastern half of the state. Let's take you through the afternoon hours and into the evening, just around the evening commute. This could get dicey and just downright messy when it comes to those heavy downpours at times and some gusty winds. So do keep that in mind. It's going to be an increasing chance of storms as the day goes on. But after sunset, we shut down all the rain. And guess what? We do it all over again for you by Thursday as well. So you'll see how those rain chances, they stick around with us day by day. The timing doesn't change. It's very typical of what we should be dealing with this time of year. Quick update on the tropics. We're watching this area of disorganized thunderstorm activity over the central tropical Atlantic. By the end of the week, a potential, a 20% chance that we could be dealing with something type of tropical cyclone trying to form near the Windward Islands. Again, that would happen early next week if possible, but it would be slow to develop. So we'll be watching that for you here locally, though. The heat, the humidity, and those very typical summertime storms continue.
All right, Natalie. Well, someone on the Buccaneers made history today. Who it is and why they are the feel-good story of training camp in Tampa Bay.
Ten Sports is sponsored by Advent Health. 10 Tampa Bay is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Now, sponsored by Advent Health. This is 10 Sports.
With the Buccaneers' 53-man roster set, all eyes are on the home opener against the Commanders, and we got some good news at practice. Jordan Whitehead was a full participant, and Todd Bowles confirmed today Yaya Diaby is trending towards playing Week 1. Unless there is a surprise in the next 12 days, the Bucs shouldn't have any pivotal players sitting out against Washington. I don't know what kind of role wide receiver Cameron Johnson will have, but he's one of the coolest stories to come out of training camp. The undrafted free agent rookie becomes the first player at a Division II Barton College, a small school in Wilson, North Carolina, to make an NFL roster. For a guy who weighed $140 as a high school quarterback, this is a surreal moment for him. We'll be right back.
And Tampa Bay keeps you informed, prepared, and connected to your community. Once nicknamed the Circus City, Sarasota's more than white sand beaches. It's a community rich in art, culture, and a long, diverse history.
As legend has it, for more than 100 years, a Native American blessing has protected Sarasota from a direct hurricane hit.
All I can think is, wow, that makes no sense at all.
But does history tell a different story? I'm Josh Sidorowicz. Join me as I track down the truth behind this tall tale.
I'm Sarah Rosario. Sarasota is known for the arts, but in recent years, it's getting a lot of attention from the silver screen.
4 generations of cowboys that are here working with us on this, so it's exciting.
I spoke to a director on a recent production who talks about what's being done to create local jobs and bring more money back into this community.
In Sarasota, a Newtown bank is helping lift up a community while teaching them about property value and ownership.
You just sense and feel the sense of family in Newtown.
I'm Angelicia Bruton, and I'm finding out how these lessons are going a long way for neighbors.
10 Tampa Bay's Community Connection, live in Sarasota, tomorrow morning starting at 5.
Before you head to bed, we have some reasons for you to smile. It is International Beatle Week, and fans of the Beatles are celebrating in Liverpool, England, where it all began. Some are honoring the band at the Cosma Coffee Club, which is now an Airbnb. Rogue Best transformed the site with his brother, Pete, who was the original Beatles drummer. The Fab Four performed more than 40 times in some of their earliest gigs at that club. The Beatles suites started around $150 a night. Airbnb says they've seen the biggest interest from fans in the U.S. and Great Britain. Not a big surprise. A 102-year-old British woman has officially become the UK's oldest skydiver. Thanks, Evan. Minette Bailey celebrated her birthday by jumping out of a plane. She did it for a good cause, too. Through her skydive, she raised nearly $12,000 for an English air ambulance service. This was her first time skydiving, but not the first time going all out for her birthday. For her 100th birthday, she drove a Ferrari race car at 130 miles an hour. She's like a 102-year-old Tom Cruise here.
I'm just saying.
Doing way more than I ever will.
I'll say this: that is a huge fear of mine. But at that age, might as well just go for it.
You'll probably do it.
Well, go for it.
And give us Liverpool one more time.
Liverpool.
Yeah,
Sounds nothing like it. All right. Hope to see you back here tomorrow morning. Continue with us and watch free now on the 10 Tampa Bay Plus app everywhere you stream.